Welcome to the Exodus Companies podcast. My name is Jared. I'm the CEO and founder of the Exodus Companies. This is a movement from culture to build community. If you're a man, I'm speaking to you today. I come before you as a husband and a father. We men carry a significant burden on our shoulders. We are called to lead, to provide, to be present as defenders of our family, yet we see our culture attacking the very essence of what it means to be a man. The masculinity and strength that we naturally possess has been targeted as toxic. Our weak culture around us demands that we suppress the very things that make us who we are. They demand us to become more feminine. They demand us to fall in line. They demand us to quietly obey. Yet we are called to more than this. Your traits as a man are the very fabric that allows safety and security to exist. Newsflash, when crap pops off and the world is on fire, who do they call? Men, strong men, capable, disciplined men who can step up and take action. Radical actors claim there is no place for men in our nation, and they claim that the traits we exhibit destroy the fabric of our nation, and they desire to pacify our desires and our ruggedness to fit their soft bubble of a society. Emasculating the men of this nation is critical to their cause. I absolutely reject this. I refuse to abide by this notion that somehow emasculated men will make this nation strong. I refuse to participate in raising beta boys who submit blindly to the whims of culture. I am committed to raising men who embrace their masculinity, men who understand that there are certain roles that only men can play. Men who commit to leading, to standing, to fighting for what is right. In a world of confused genders, mixed ideologies, and morally vacant foundations, it is becoming ever more critical for our men to step up. Honestly, I'm shocked that we don't see a rallying movement to remove Father's Day entirely from our nation's holidays. I know at this point, some radical feminist is frothing at the mouth, calling me a bigot or some other stupid college grad nonsensical quip. I don't care. I simply do not care what you think of my embrace of traits that make men men. Look, I'm not forgetting the role of women. My wife, for example, is a case of a strong woman who took the traditional role of a stay-at-home mother, a role that I would argue is one of the most difficult things a woman could ever do. I applaud the mothers who are present in their children's lives. You are so valued and you are so needed. But today, we celebrate the fathers. Today, we celebrate the men who lead. Today, we honor the men who came before us, who sacrificed, who put off material desires and put their knuckles into the work. These are the men that paved the path for us, the ones who delayed gratification and personal desire in the pursuit of raising their kin, the ones who never gave up when times became ever more difficult. If you are a young man or an adult male, you remember somebody in your life that impacted you greatly. It's vital that each and every young man has someone they look up to. Often this might be your father, but it can many times be an elder man who invested into you. I had a certain college professor who helped me put myself onto a path that led to where I am today. A radical shift in where I thought I wanted to go led me right here because one man took the time to speak into me. One man went against the norm, offered me hope and wisdom and an idea to go on a different path, one that ultimately led me through hard times, ironically, but developed skills that I use today, one that has paid its dividends. How powerful is the voice of an older man to the ears of a younger man? Yes, we as boys often reject the teachings of men ahead of us. We are wired for danger, to push the limits. Our core drives us to leave the nest, and those urges begin as we hit our young teenage years, but those lessons that we are taught stick inside us. They drive and guide us. They put us onto the right path, the journey towards our destiny. I think of my boys as I watch them playing in the yard. They grab sticks and they pretend they are rifles or swords or shields. They immerse themselves into imagined scenarios of danger and bravery. My daughter pretends she needs to be rescued. She climbs a tree and yells out for help. The heroes of the story swoop in, ready to save the lady. This is hardwired into our DNA. Our society will say that I programmed it. I say that the emasculation of men and the creation of weak excuses of men is what is programmed. Nature in its pure state cannot allow weak men to exist. If we are but another creature roaming the earth, the weak would be consumed. Society has softened and secured because the actions of strong men have allowed that to occur. We have been gifted this reality of luxury and peace because strong men stepped up when the time came. How purposeless our reality would be without good men among us. I look into the landscape of our culture and I see a battlefield desperate for real men to step up and lead. What is holding us back, and why are we not fighting for our families? Why aren't you reaching your potential, and why am I making these excuses? Men, you are carefully created in your unique form to achieve this mission while you are alive. You are called to more than just live and then die. You are called to purpose, to instill strength and values into your young men or the young men in your community. You are an example of the Exodus, a reframing of the mindset of what it means to be a strong man. And today, I want to offer you some encouragement as you navigate your life. It's hard to be a man. It is a heavy weight to bear the burdens of others needing you and relying on you. It is easy to feel hopeless. It is easy to see societal collapse, to see intentional degradation of men and be negatively impacted by it. Society tells you to tone down the things that make you you, but I know that you, as you are right now, are needed. I know your family needs you. I know your community needs you. And I am certain that our nation needs you. So men, step up, pursue the path of excellence, become an example to the world around you. Raise your head and focus on the mission and pursue it with intensity until your very last day. You will leave a lasting legacy, and the young men who follow will live by your example. Happy Father's Day, and thank you for becoming a better man and leading by example. Thank you for listening to the Exodus Companies podcast. This is a movement from a broken culture to build a new, rejuvenated community. If you want to support our growing team, the first thing that you can do is pay it forward. It costs you nothing, and it ensures that our podcast is reaching those who need to hear the message the most. Share each episode, post on your socials, and always be sure to tag us. Another way that you can help support the podcast and help it to grow is to suggest topics on our YouTube channel comment section. If you didn't know, we post videos weekly on our YouTube along with the audio episodes that you're listening to now. Swing over there, hit subscribe, and make sure to leave us a comment. Lastly, shop any of our brands and consider purchasing some of our products. We don't beg you to do this, but it is necessary to sell our products to support our mission here at the Exodus Companies. We can't do this for free, so it does require our followers to support us through our products. If you feel called to do so, the amazing part is you are supporting U.S. manufacturing and U.S. employees. Your investment into us supports families here in the United States and helps us to continue to do what we are doing here at the Exodus Companies. Thank you for your continued support. There's much work to be done in the culture. We'll see you all in the next episode.